So this guy here is Hank. He's my standard Dachshund. He's almost 1 year old. He'll be 1 in August, and he's been waiting very patiently while I painted the hardtop on my Gypsy. He usually gets his walk around 9:30, 10 a.m. and he knows what time it is. So he's looking at the clock now saying, well, it's almost 1 o'clock. It's time to go for a walk. Hey, Hank? So we'll do that before we go for a drive. What do you think? What do you think? You ready? Okay. So I'm going to drive the G4 today because it's got the canvas top that rolls up on the sides. My G2 with the hard fiberglass top is pretty hot inside in the summer. If you've got one of these tops, or you're thinking of putting one of these tops on, like this one's original, but people refabricate these. And what's nice is they roll up on the sides, and so you still have a sunshade. And you can also undo the snaps across the front, and with these straps here you can just push this back, so you've got the top at the back but it's open on above your head and the sides. It's pretty nice. This area where I walk Hank, it's not too far from my house. There's tons of different kinds of berries. These are salmon berries. They're edible. They taste a little bit they taste like a little bit like a raspberry. Lots of little seeds in them. There's also tons of blackberry bushes up here. Come on, Hanky. Boy. When we get done with Hank's walk, we're just going down to a creek so he can get a drink of water, and then we'll head back to the Gypsy. And we're going to take a drive out to Nanaimo Lakes Road, which is, that's Mount Benson right there, looking at that. Kind of on the other side of Blackjack Ridge is Nanaimo River. It runs out to Nanaimo Lakes, 1, 2, 3, 4 lakes. And there's an old Austin 1100 I'm going to show you. It's been in the bush since at least 1978. Here. Oh, that's good. This is a lot simpler than it probably looks on camera. You figure, Hank? Any bears down there? Let's go. Come on. Looks like I'm going. Ready? See water down there. People ride up here on their dirt bikes, so you can believe it. It's almost vertical in some spots. And their trials bikes. And this is this favorite spot to come and cool down. Water's not looking too fresh though. This little tiny creek comes out of Westwood Lake. There's not too much coming out of it right now this time of year. Haven't had any rain for probably 4 or 5 weeks. Well, we had a couple of days of rain, but that's not enough. That's better, hey? Yeah. Always good to cool down. Okay, we're not going that way today. Come on, let's go. Carry on. So when I was 16 years old, I bought a 66 Austin 1100, and actually bought two for 150 bucks, and I made one out of two. And mine had an automatic transmission, and back in 1978, this Austin 1100, I think it was actually, they're called an Austin America, and this one's about a 64. But this had been pushed off the road and down the bank. It's a really nice view there. And it was still whole back then. But it's been here for a lot of years. But I just get a kick out of how it's still sitting here. What we did is we took the subframe out. You can see the subframe right here. There's the CD joint in the front hub, lower control arm. There's a subframe unit where the engine sits in that cradle. We dropped it out, and we dropped the transmission and engine out as a unit, and then we dragged it up this little bank here. Hank's not happy because I left him in the truck. But you can still see there's a headlight pot there, radiator surge tank. That's like a splash guard, I think, that was under the engine. Bulkhead. Hopefully I don't run into a wasp nest back in here. But yeah, here's what's left of the carpet. Fuel tank. The rear passenger door. What's amazing is look at the chrome on the bumper. Rear tail light. But yeah, I thought people might get a kick out of this. There was somebody on the Austin owners group that was talking about Austin 1100s, and it just reminded me of this one. Wasn't unusual back in those days in the 70s for people to just dump a car out in the woods, and in this case roll it down an embankment. But yeah, that's a little piece of my Austin history.